Welcome to my channel. My name is Engineer Wilson, CEO of Grupa, Wilson Construction and Real Estate Company. There are many construction projects ongoing in Ghana at the moment, and we as engineers, we have the responsibility as professionals to make sure that these projects are done in the correct way, in a manner that the investment that the owners put in is going to be helpful for the purpose in which they want to put up these buildings. I'm going to start a series of videos to educate those who are, planning to build, to get some kind of insight about what they have to know and what they have to do in order for them to achieve the kind of building that they envisage to stay in. One of the critical aspects in building a house or planning to build a house is to select which kind of contractor you want to engage to build your house. This is very important because the outcome of your project will depend on how the experience and the quality of your contractor. The second thing I will say is that the type of materials that you use to construct your house is very crucial in order to get the proper outcome of your project. So whoever is designing the building needs to take into consideration the type of materials that will be used to execute this project. Another thing that is also important in construction or building your house is the safety. The safety of the workers and the safety of the people in the community must be critically taken into consideration when planning or preparing to build your house. Also, you have to consider the work that is already finished. Construction is a process, so you start from substructure and then you go to the superstructure and you go to the roof and you go to the finishing and services and all of this. So at every point in time, you finish one stage, you go to another stage. What you have to have in mind is you have to protect the first stage or the stage that is already completed so that you don't destroy it whilst you are executing the next stage. This is very important in quality or execution of a project. In my subsequent videos, I'm going to talk about various levels of construction, especially domestic or commercial building, the various levels, and we will focus much on quality. So the various levels and the quality control, quality assurance that need to take place when you are doing the construction. And then also auditing, most especially in our local, or let me say individuals' houses that we build in Ghana, for instance, we normally don't have any quality inspector or auditor or anybody to check. So it's the contractor who decides what to do, and even though they have the drawing, but they mostly doesn't follow the drawing. So at the end of the day, the project is complete, very nicely painted, but if we go into details, from rebar or iron rod as we call it locally, to concrete volumes and cement plastering, block work, height of ceiling and all that, you can see that there are many differences, and these differences can impact the quality of the building. So this need to be checked. And another thing that is really important is the repair of deficiency. Mostly people cast concrete and they remove the formwork, and you see a lot of honeycombs, and they leave it and continue and lay blocks. And so this is very crucial that when you do things like this, you expose the rebar to the weather, and at the end of the day, the rebar is rusted and it causes structural failure in future. So repairing deficiency immediately the work is done, and when it is noticed, repair it immediately becomes very key in what we do in quality control, quality assurance. And last but not the least is having a good supplier or a good vendor who is have supply quality material, who will not use fake material to substitute a good material. So that is where testing is very important in selecting your material. So we need to find a way to test the material if needed in order to get the kind of material we want to use for the project. Quality control in construction project is crucial, and I think somewhere in 2012 and 2014 in Accra we experienced a building failure or collapse in various buildings. I think 4 buildings. The most popular one that everybody still remember is Melcom building, which collapsed near Achimota in 2012 and claimed 14 lives. And also the Grandview Hotel building that collapsed near New Boy Town in 2014 recorded 4 deaths, and 2 other buildings collapsed in 2014. The building near Akai House at Cantonment claimed 1 life, whilst the Central University Hostel building collapsed in Duwenya recorded no death though, but there was some injury and property damage. Recently there was another multi-story building that collapsed in Cantonment that recorded 3 deaths. A critical view of this shows that almost all buildings that collapsed, with this during this period or within this period were privately owned. So this is why at Grupa Wilson we decide to come out with these videos. Even though we engage our clients, some clients come to us and say, we want to put up a building, can you advise us or can you give us some kind of quality advice as how we can be able to do the project and also be able to get the quality building that we plan to build. All of these failures, the one main issue that keep coming up is lack of quality control. Lack of quality control during the construction process or during the project life cycle. That results in people losing their life and also a lot of properties being damaged. So one thing that I would say is that quality takes time and time is money. It's a triangle, it's kind of triangle, So in construction, quality, time and money, the less quality you do, the less time to build, and obviously it's less costly. But why you need to spend a little bit on quality inspection in order to achieve the full benefit of the design. So shortcut in construction results in catastrophe. Thank you very much for watching, and if you want to get more of these videos from me, please like it and comment, share and subscribe for future videos on construction process for either houses or commercial projects. Thank you very much.